What's going on, guys? Got back from the gym. I saw a sign, and I'll put it right here in the video if you want to take a look at it, at the gym, and it got me thinking. This is a very good sign. Now, I've spoken about this briefly in probably a lot of videos or in a couple of videos in the past, but visual learning is something that really tends to stick with people. So if you notice this sign, there's two bodies. They're both 130 pounds, and the one on the left is 20% body fat, and the one on the right, I believe, is 35% body fat. And then if you look closely at the bottom of the text, I kind of just memorized it. I don't have it in front of me, but it says something like, the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn, and the slimmer you look. So this is a really great sign and a reminder that don't get too fixated on the actual number in terms of the scale. A lot of people, females and males, are both can be guilty and prone to this way of thinking, and it's completely normal. Now, if you look at this picture, which one looks better? Obviously, they both weigh 130 pounds, but the person with more lean muscle looks obviously better. So don't get too fixated with the number. Now, for females, for the most part, they tend to want to lose weight. They get fixated on the actual number. Not to say overweight guys aren't, but a lot of females, they have the pressure of wanting to lose weight and be at a certain weight. So in their mind, they're like, I have to be 120 pounds because that's what I was in high school. Contrary to that, for men that are trying to build muscle, this concept also applies, and it's something that I fell, not victim, that's kind of a strong word to use, but I kind of fell for it too. Years ago, I bulked up, and I was fixated on being above 140, I got up to like 144 pounds when I was bulking, and it just was too much body fat, and it was just counterproductive to building muscle. So even now, when I tell people how much I weigh, now I'm not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but based on the amount of muscle that I have, which I have some lean muscle, when I tell people I'm only in the 130s, and actually that emblem's kind of similar to what I am. I'm only in the 130s right now, but I still feel really strong, and my clothes fit fine, although my waistline is pretty slim and it's hard to find clothes, or it's hard to find jeans at the shopping store, but I digress. But I feel fine. My health is in good spirits. I'm in good shape, and I'm not too fixated. Of course, if I was like 140, 145 pounds with 10% body fat, that'd be ideal. But at this stage of my life, I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, just don't worry too much about the numbers. Go by your body measurements, how your clothes fit, and do check the scale every once in a while. But as long as you're getting stronger at the gym or maintaining, and you have a good diet, and you feel good about yourself, and you have a clean bill of health, that's all that matters. Because like I said, based on this picture, you may lose weight, but you might actually look worse. And one last caveat that I want to say before I depart is, this happens to me when I get like under the weather, like I'm slightly, I have a little bit of a cough, and when I tend to get a little bit under the weather, I tend to lose weight pretty quick, but I tend to put on a little bit more belly fat, and that clearly is a clear example, of this picture, this diagram that I'm showing you. So even though my weight goes down, for people that are trying to lose weight, they'd be like, oh yes, it's great, I got sick and I'm losing weight, but I was eating worse. I'm not getting my protein, I'm not working out, so I'm like losing muscle, I'm losing weight, and I'm getting a little bit of fat, and you actually look worse despite being less weight. See if that makes sense. So that just goes to show you that you can't get too fixated on the weight, and I know my body to the T. So that's it for this video. Comments, questions, always welcome. Don't get too fixated on the number, and go by, like I said, what I mentioned, how you feel, your clean bill of health, your body measurements, how you look in the mirror. That's it. Talk to you later. Bye.